you know what we got to do. It's Monday. We are going to do This Week in Freight, powered by my friends over at DAT. We're doing a drive-in lane today, you guys, and I purposefully picked this one with the storm that they're having up in the Northeast right now because I want you guys to pay attention to this stuff. This is like a real-time weather event that you guys can track and then see how that affects pricing here over the next couple of weeks. So this one, drive in, we got Indianapolis, Indiana, going to Philadelphia, PA. And obviously, you guys, freight going into the Northeast right now. Expect delays. Please, no driver's life is worth any shipment. I always want to put that in there. But here is the look at this right now. If we're looking at this overall, we're going back to January, and there's the dual spikes in January. And it looks, when you're looking at the graph here, it looks a lot greater than it is. But I mean, this was essentially at $2,000 last January, and it was at almost, $2,100 this January. So we are starting to see a spike in this on this lane in particular. It's going to be interesting to see where February's numbers come in for Indianapolis going into Philadelphia. But again, these things are, when you're looking at this, again, I always want you guys to pay attention to the miles, okay? 650 miles. That's next day transit. So I would err on the side of caution if you guys are going into a Friday to Monday bid that's going on out there. Because, again, unless you're getting somebody who is heading back home out there, you will always see a natural spike during those days of the week because, again, people want miles over the weekends. But I want you to pay attention to this one with that weather event that's going on out there. But this is like the epitome of a power lane as well. Okay. So like there's a ton of competition that's going on out there. And if you are the one who submitted this one to us, again, email it podcast@thefreightcoach.com. We'll break it down for you guys. I do not see this lane spiking up anytime soon. Even if, let's go with all of the predictions about, mass capacity leaving the industry and all of this stuff that you see out there. This is like, as I've always talked about, this is like the last lane that will change, okay? Because big city to big city, these are power lanes. These don't see that much of a drop or a spike or a drop in pricing that is that drastic. This is like the epitome of stability. And if you look at this last 12 months, it pretty much followed on par what is going to happen out there. And again, even with all of the volatility that people are talking about in the market right now, I don't think it's going to be as bad as some people are predicting, but this is the epitome of stability. And I want you guys to pay attention to this one with the weather event. And then again, if we do the inverse rate that comes along, like look at how much that drops. Okay. So if you're newer into this, you guys, like freight going out east is always more expensive. Freight coming out of the East Coast, coming back to the Midwest is generally cheaper. Okay. I'm not going to ever tell you guys this is what I would do to quote on this because I want you guys to make as much money as humanly possible out there because I am a capitalist. But this, throughout the entirety of my career, freight coming out of Pennsylvania going to the Midwest has been historically low. And this goes to say that. Like, it looks like a drastic jump on this chart right now. But I think this is going to be one of those that is going to drop down. But again, this is one of those markets where weather event that's happening. These are good indicators for you guys to pay attention to as you're going out there and trying to read this stuff, because no matter what, it is our job to find stability for our customers. So if you are moving Indy to Philly, I think you're going to be just fine. Outside of if your freight's picking up right now, probably going to have a rate increase that's coming along with this for the next couple of days. I know the storm's about done out east, but there's going to be a few day weather effect. And then again, the surrounding freight markets, you guys pay attention to that stuff. That will inevitably cause delays coming out of that. So this one, Indianapolis to Philly, the epitome of stability in my eyes. And again, watch that for the weather event. But that is it for This Week in Freight for D8, powered by my friends at DAT for the drive-in lane breakdown out there, you guys. And again, if you want your lane broken down, email my team, podcast@thefreightcoach.com. We will break it down live on the show.